Hey guys, just picked up this Cherokee XJ a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna use it as my winter vehicle so I don't have to drive the TJ in the winter. Been going through doing a couple things, new tires, a little bit of rust repair on the rockers, just typical stuff like that. One thing I wanted to do for sure was get rid of those stock headlights and get something new in there. So you can see I've got one new one in here already. Found these on Amazon. They're just your typical LED branded as a work light. I think they're 7x6. Yep, it says right there. I'll include the link for these in the description of the video so you can find them there. I really wanted something with a daytime running light, but also something with a blinker in it. So this centerpiece here is a daytime running light. Here, I'll turn them on for you. So you can see if I can get it to focus. That is on as the daytime running light there. The lower part comes on with the low beams and the upper part with the high beams. They have a pretty good throw. They have a nice sharp cutoff like the stock ones, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised with that. I'm not blinding other drivers. But they also had the blinker, which was something that was kind of hard to find for XJ headlights, but I did manage to find some. So these ones actually have a different connector here, but they did come with the adapter to get to an H4 plug here. And then one of these is for blinker, and one of them is for the daytime running light. So I've just got my typical electrical stuff out. You're going to need wire strippers and cutters, flat blade, and a Phillips screwdriver, then however you want to make your connections for the wires once we splice into the harness for those two options. So I'm going to get this camera set up, and then we'll go apart and get ready to taking this apart and get that headlight swapped. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do to get this headlight out is we have to take this surround piece out here. So there's a screw here, and then there's a couple screws behind this light here. So on my other side there's kind of mishmash screws, but here it looks like I've got all Phillips screws, so we're just going to go ahead and pop those out. And this light just kind of twists out of here. We'll pop this whole piece off. And then we've got one here. Got some dead bugs in here. One here and one down here going in that way as well. So we'll take this one out first. Some of these might be kind of stuck. I'll probably be replacing all of these screws when I put it back together, so I'm not too worried about the condition of them coming out. That one doesn't want to come out. Looks like that one there. Hopefully the whole piece will come off with it. And then we've got one more down way on the bottom down here. This side is coming much easier than the other side was for me. So now we've got all those screws out. This whole piece just kind of pops out of there, and there's that other screw. Watch out for this light. Okay, just set that aside. Now, the next piece is there's a bezel around the headlight, this chrome ring here. There's two screws up on top and then two on the bottom here. So you'll pop those out and that chrome trim ring will come off. And once that comes out, the whole headlight's going to come out, so be careful not to drop that. These screws I'm probably going to reuse, so I'm setting these ones aside. They don't see quite as much, or they don't seem to be quite as stuck, so just the top. One more. You can tell that this headlight's pretty loose in here now, so there's my trim ring. We can just set that aside for right now. And then just on the back here, kind of hard to see, but it's just the plug, and you can just pull the plug right out. And there's your lead, and then here's our headlight. So now here's our new one. I'm going to leave, actually I'm going to pull the plastic off right away, just so it's not in the way. These leads, I'm probably going to trim them, so I'll do that quick, and then I'll get the rest of our wires in here prepared. We're going to use the wires off of the side marker light here. Going to get the rest of that prepared, and then we'll go ahead with that. Okay guys, so you can see that we've got the stripping off of this. There's a little protective coating on the wires that come to the side marker light. I've done those, cleared that off. I also cut the leads on my headlight a whole lot shorter. We're only running it from the back of the headlight over to here, so you don't really need the excessive amount that comes with these. I do have the headlight plugged in right now, just because that's where it gets its ground from. So in order to test this, it needs to be grounded. So what I've done here is I've cut these two wires. On this side I have a tan wire and then a blue with a red stripe. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull these off, and then in order to make sure which one is which here, I can just touch a lead to here, and if it holds, I have my running lights on right now, as you can see here. If it holds, then that is you can see that this is on. So that is our running light, and that is the blue with the red stripe. And then in order to check the blinker, just to make sure that it's working fine, I'm going to go and turn the blinker on for this side. And that should be this side, which it is, and if I hold the correct ones there, you can see that this is flashing amber as well. So our tan wire on this side is the blinker, and the blue with the red stripe is our running light. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do here is feed the wires where they need to be. So these ones, since they come out of the back of the headlight housing, actually out of the back of the cable for this, I'm going to feed them right through here, right through the back, and out the side here. There we go. Okay, so these are through, and then I'm just going to kind of tuck all of this back here. It all fits right behind this cup, cup here for the headlight. Let's just kind of tuck everything back in there, make sure nothing's bound up, and obviously make sure you've got the headlight the right way, which I did not. So that's in the right way. We've got plenty of lead coming out here, and then you can grab your headlight bezel and throw that back on. Now this headlight is being a little tricky with the bezel here. There we go. Just got to make sure it's sitting all the way back on the headlight in order to reach this all the way. Okay, got all these on here and snugged up. So we're going to take this and just to double check what we've got here. Here's the blue with the red stripe is our constant power. So you can put these on here however you want. For me on this one, normally I would do something, twist them together with a whole bunch of heat shrink over the top of them, but these don't see a whole lot, and I'm actually out of the heat shrink size that I need for this. So for this, I am just going to use a butt splice here, and then I will wrap everything before I put it all away in there. So this end, and do a blinker here. Now I'm going to go quick, double check this before I crimp that one just to make sure everything's working. Alright, and it looks like it is, so we will put this one on. And then all you have to do is reconnect the little end here. So that one. Actually, I'm going to strip these back a little bit farther and double up on the amount of wire in the butt splice, just so I get a better connection on it. That's one. And there we go. That's number two. So, now these extra wires here, I'm going to leave them out for a second. I'll go ahead and wrap all of this up and then tuck everything back in here. And, I'll show you guys once I've got that done. Hey guys, so you can see that here I've got the bezel back on around the outside here. All I did with this is I wrapped everything up, made sure there was tape all the way from the top of this back way past my connections there. I tucked the 2 leads for the headlight up behind the headlight actually, and then this just gets plugged back in just like before, and then just kind of tuck the wire into the slot there, and then that can get reattached. Now, everything seems to be working good. I checked the blinkers before, so all that should be good. Now, my headlight on the other side did need a little adjusting. LEDs throw a little bit differently than the normal halogens, so all I did with that is, you can see, kind of hard to see here, there's a little slot on the top here, right here, and there's a screw up in there, a Phillips screw head, and if you adjust it left, it'll tip your headlight down, and if you adjust it right, it pulls your headlights up. I needed to give my other one just a couple twists down in order to get it where I wanted them, but looks like we've got fully functioning headlights and blinkers in the lights, so there you go. Thanks for watching.